This is your Tigwa speaking. We've got 6 Pokemon off the front bow, and they're going to attack. So yeah, this is a battle on the random Wi-Fi feature. Those Pokemon are dancing like crazy. So, we've got a battle against Howard. Don't know who that is. They're all caps, and they're apparently female. You know, like all girls named Howard. However, we have a Thunderous lead, which is going to be able to not do much against the Darmanitan lead, but we can pretend. So Darmanitan's going to sit there doing its little dance as Tornadus sits there doing its little dance. And it's not really a little dance too much because it's just like standing there and whatnot. Is this even sped up at all? It has to be. They're going to go out to their Ferrothorn. I don't know why, but I went for the Thunder Wave. I guess that they didn't want that to get paralyzed, and their Ferrothorn probably has Gyro Ball. Or Gyro Ball, however you're supposed to pronounce it. Who knows? So Focus Blasting this thing is going to be fruitless because we all know that Ferrothorn has the defenses of a god. Except, actually, it's a lot, never mind. Don't remember what I said. So I was thinking they'd probably disconnect sooner or later, but they actually didn't for good reasons, I guess. I don't understand the point of disconnecting on random Wi-Fi, but whatever. You never know. So they are going to sit there as I Volt Switch. I was thinking maybe they would switch, but apparently not. Ferrothorn's going to live that wholeheartedly, and Thunderous is going to come back to me. Thank you, Thunderous. And now we have to wait for me to send out my next guy. So I'm going to bring out my Scraggy. And I was just testing to see if I get Wi-Fi to work for whatever reason. I don't know why I was, but this isn't my Shed Skin one, it's my Moxie one, so you can imagine that hijinks will ensue. And thus, Scraggy is going to sit there pulling its pants up, hoping they'll stay up, but it can't afford a belt, so it's just going to have to Dragon Dance and hope that something happens afterwards. So Ferrothorn is just going to be annoying and set up Stealth Rock, even though I really don't see the point using Stealth Rock in 3v3, but apparently some people find it useful, so I guess I'm not going to say anything about it. And thus I will now go for the high jump kick, because I don't want to waste too many turns racking up poison damage, because Toxic can kill. Now Ferrothorn's going to go down, I want to get Iron Barbed, and thus things have happened. Thankfully. And the Moxie boost is going to be completely irrelevant, as you'll see in a moment, or 2, or 3, because we all know that Scraggy can count. Thankfully. It's a good thing I can count, because otherwise it would be in big trouble. So now Darmanitan's going to come out and start banging its fists against the ground, and I'll be like, yo man, I'm the Darmanitan, this is the planet of the Tans, and we're going to make sure that you're not tan. So I'm going to miss Stone Edge, because, you know, awesomeness. Had I hit that Stone Edge, the thing would be dead. I don't know what his third was, because I didn't save the battle video, although I might show at the end what his last was, because, you know, that's how things go. I don't know if I actually killed this or not. Probably not. I can't remember. Whatever. We're going to Slowking now, because Slowking is the best. Not really, but we can pretend. Slowking is just going to sit here wholeheartedly and not go for the nasty plot. Actually, his last is an Empoleon. I forgot about that. Ha ha ha. You can tell I watched this right before I narrated it. Not. So I'm going to Scald him, and he's not going to get burned because that's just my luck. You know, throwing boiling water onto people, you think it might burn them, but no. Scalding hot water does not burn people, apparently. Although it does have the chance to, but hey, we are not here to magistrate, whatever that is. So now Thunderous comes out, and Thunderous is going to attempt to do whatever it can to this, but he predicts my switch and goes for the Ice Beam, which is just like mind equals blown, because like people on random Wi-Fi probably shouldn't be this good. And thus I will bring out my Slowking and proceed to be destroyed by the rest of his team, and by that I mean I'm going to lose. Oh, man, I'm so scared. I should DC, you know, like a pro. Except I'm not going to, because I'm not like that. So they're going to Grass Knot. I thought I would take it better. Apparently not. Apparently Slowking is a fat little jerk with its head on backwards like that. And thus I'm going to Nasty Plot for nothing, because whatever. I mean, Empoleon walls the set, so having my Scraggy miss the Stone Edge earlier cost you the game, essentially. Yeah, NFEs can actually do stuff in battle, can you believe it? especially when they have Moxie and Dragon Dance. But whatever, Howard's going to beat me, so I lost to a duck. Oh well, can't win them all. Now that we are awaiting communication, let's face Ash from Mexico, and you can tell he's got an in-game team because he has level 44, or whatever it's called. And thus, I am facing Ash. Not Ash Ketchum, but very close. Ash is going to leave with his Musharna, and Musharna is going to be sitting there and floating and putting smoke out of its blowhole, because it wants to be a whale, but it's not, because it's psychic type, and thus it must be a tapir, because it doesn't exist. So I'm going to Thundurus myself into another Pokemon right quick, because we all know that that is the way to do things this gen. You send out Pokemon, you use a move, and then they come back to you. So I'm going to go out to Simisage. Not really sure what this thing wants to do, but Simisage is the only thing that I have in my team that can take this out. And I'm afraid of what this can do, because I know Musharna is a very powerful beast thingy, and it's just going to sit there being all cuddling up to itself and trying to sleep, and thus I shall kill it with my power of death. Man, that is descriptive. So Shadow Claw is going to happen now, and then it's going to die. That's what's happening now. And thus I have one hit left, but we all know that being a one-hit wonder isn't the best thing ever. So he's going to go out to his Samurott, and I was thinking, okay, he's got Aqua Jet, I better switch, because I can use this for fodder later if I need to. So I decide to go out to my Thundurus again, I believe. I don't know. He's taking a while to decide his move. And now I'm going to go out to Thundurus. Yes, I did. I know what I'm talking about. And they're going to Aerial Ace, which was weird. Which also helps strengthen the fact that this is probably an in-game team. And he's going to now switch out to his Crocodile. Predicting the electric move, obviously, but he doesn't know that I have Focus Blast, so I Focus Blast, and he's probably going to not take that because, you know, wearing sunglasses does not protect you from fighting moves, unfortunately, but hey, if it did, then the metagame would be completely different, and he DCs, and I get all sad-faced on the notepad. Anyways, now I'm going to be facing Brian. Brian the Mayan from Malaysia. No, not quite. But he's taking forever to choose his team, and he finally does it. And it's like a monocolor team, I guess, because everything's like purple, but it could also be a poison team, but Gliscor's not poison type, so I don't know. It could be a monotype team, who knows, who cares, better yet. And thus the loading screen with it loads, and I just dropped my microphone. Brian is going to be standing there, and then he's going to send out his Gengar. And Gengar is going to have some tea from my Thundurus, because Thundurus is very nice in its ways of pairing itself for the guests that are coming over. And the Gengar loves the tea and drinks it and becomes paralyzed, because that just happens when you drink tea in the Pokemon world. Now I'm going to Volt Switch because I can't do much else to this thing other than just fire off Focus Blasts and waste time, which isn't going to get anybody anywhere. So I'm just going to switch out to my, I don't know what, because I haven't watched this in a while, my Slowking, for whatever reason. I guess I wasn't predicting the Shadow Ball or something, I don't know. I know I could take it, but I mean, I thought I would take it a little better than that. So I've got a choice of moves that I can do here. I can Nasty Plot predicting the switch, or I can just go for the Side Shock or Scald. I just go for the Scald because I was afraid he would bring out his, whatever was in his team preview. Yeah, I'm great at this, you know. I might speed these up to 300% next time. I don't know, maybe 250. But he's going to go out to the Drapion. That's exactly what I was fearing would come in, so I didn't want to go for that. And now I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to do here, because my Slowking is going to be detrimental to taking out the rest of his team. So I'm going to go out to Thundurus again, and he's going to Swords Dance, which is going to possibly screw me over. Who knows? I was thinking he might go for the Sucker Punch here, but he doesn't, thankfully. Well, unthankfully, also iTunes. Thus, he's going to crunch me and kill me, which tells me he doesn't have Sucker Punch, because if he had Sucker Punch, he would have gone for it, because Drapion's not that fast. Which, I don't know why you wouldn't run Sucker Punch on Drapion, because Drapion kind of needs it. I don't know. It's his game. So I'm going to go out to Meryl now. And I was hoping I could possibly kill this thing off with Waterfall, or, like, severely hurt it and flinch it, but nope, not going to happen. Meryl's just going to die, because Meryl is so cute that it must kill itself to death. My goodness, this is probably the worst narration I've done ever. So out comes Slowking now, and I have the opportunity to kill him off with any move, except for my Psycho Shock, or whatever it's called, Psyshock. And thus, the game shall end by him bringing out his last, which is a Muck. And Muck is just going to be the Muck of the battle, because I'm going to plot some nastiness since he's around. I mean, Muck is a very nasty Pokemon, so you obviously must a nasty plot around it. And I'm going to get my lefties because I have to read everything on the screen, you know, like a good narrator who reads everything and tells you what moves are super effective in case you're a total freaking dumbass and don't know how this game works. So, Psyshock is going to kill off the Muck, surprisingly, which helps save me the game. So, yeah, that's a good game, Brian. And don't know what I'm doing for the rest of the year. Not year, but basically, I need more battles, so I might hold an open challenge day or something else, or I might just go on Zats more often, or I might open up a new NSN. I don't know. I had an entire video devoted to that, but I'm not going to upload it because I'm doing it here. So, yeah. Anybody want to battle me? I'll take challenges on everything but PMs because PMs are annoying. I'll see if I can figure out what MSN I'm going to do it on. I really don't know at this point. Probably going to end up being Battle Tigwis, but we don't know for sure. And that's the joy of learning.